Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I got these braids, how I did them myself. They're really long. They are like to my waist. And honestly, it really didn't take me that long. I took a lot of breaks. Like after every 2 braids, like I took a break. So, but it really didn't take me that long. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put all the information, some tips, and just show you how you can get neat braids and how you can do them yourself. So if you guys want to see how I braid my hair, just keep on watching. The first thing that I've done, I have blown out my hair. It is not, however, I didn't just wash it. I washed my hair 2 days ago and I just blew it out like a few minutes ago because you don't want to put too much tension on your hair at one time. So yeah, so the braiding hair I'm going to be using is this Urban Beauty Silky Braiding Hair. And I have 12 packs. I believe I have 2 packs of the blonde because I'm just going to like throw that in there randomly, and 1 B. So yeah, so I have my hair parted in the middle, and you're going to want to make sure you have like a mirror near you, and I don't have a mirror right behind me, so, or like right in front of me right now, so I'm going to have to like fix my part. If it's not all the way straight, excuse that, it's just I have to fix it when I'm in front of a mirror. But what I personally like to do is start in the front of my hair. So like I said, I can't really see it, so excuse if it's not all the way straight. I know for a fact that's not straight at all, but the parts back here like towards the middle, those don't really have to be perfect. Okay, you're just going to section those off, and then I like to pull all this hair that I'm not using into a ponytail in the back. Okay, and I'm just going to fix my parts and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my hair parted with the back here and this side over here because I'm going to go this way. Instead of going horizontally, I'm going to go like vertically when it comes to parting my robe. So now let's get into how to prepare the hair. Okay, so I'm going to start with black, and then my second one is going to be blonde. By the way, if you want to know specifically what number that blonde is, I will put it in the description box. Okay, so I personally like this hair. This hair is 99¢, but I like this hair because it is very silky. It's very easy to work with. It doesn't really get tangled. However, you don't get a lot of hair in the packaging, as you can see. While I only have 12 packs of hair, my friend has a pack of Expressions hair that if I absolutely need it, I'll just go get from her. So I'm not too worried about the whole running out prospect. Okay, so as you can see, here's the hair. What you're going to do is you're going to pull it. You're going to like really like squeeze it to the point where you can pull it but no looser. You're just going to pull that hair and stretch it out. And this is going to help give you some length. Pull it, pull it. Make sure you're gripping it really tight. And pulling. Okay, and I think this is good. Like once you start noticing like the loops or like the droops in the middle, you see like how some of the hair is like drooping, then you're pretty good. You're gonna go to one end and you're just gonna pull. This is gonna give you that feathered effect because you don't want to have a blunt end, and pulling it in the middle helps so that you don't have a blunt end. And so you just pull, pull. Make sure you're gripping tight, of course, like I just said. Pull. And this is really honestly up to your discretion. I don't like doing a whole lot because I'm lazy. But once that's done, see that's not enough because I have like, it's kind of blunt in some spaces. So I have to go back and pull where it's blunt because you don't want any blunt end braids unless that's the look you're going for. Alright, and then you go back to this side, pull, 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 and the more that you do this, the faster you'll get at it. Now, I don't suggest doing all the packs of hair at one time. Like, that's a no-no because then the hair is it's just gonna be too much to hold on to. Okay, so yeah, now that hair, now do be aware that it's going to like not tangle up, but you have to make sure that you keep it good so that it doesn't, you know, like start getting everywhere. So just I have like a little chair. I'm just gonna lay the hair over the chair. Alright, so now, let me see, I have this little mirror. Oh, I'm going to use the mirror I used to do my makeup in, even though it's kind of small. I'm just going to prop it up on this. Okay, so with this section, I'm going to take some of my Cantu leave-in repair cream, just a little bit, to make sure that my hair is moisturized while it's in these braids, and focus on the ends so that the ends blend in with your braids and they don't stick out. Like the more moisturized your hair is, the better it'll blend in with your braids. Okay, and now it's time to start sectioning. So, like I said, let me look down in my mirror. And we're going to section. Now, I want, like, if I was doing the regular size braids that I would do, I would start right here with this, section this in two, and those would be my braids. But I'm doing jumbo braids. So, I want to get a good amount. Let's see. I think that's okay. Alright, so make sure your part is straight. And I find that these combs really help with getting your part straight. The metal tips that have the good sharp point. Alrighty. And another reason with starting in the front, you can get your parting more precise than starting in the back, because of course you can't see the back of your head, and you can follow in the back how you've parted with the front. And as long as your parts in the front are good, then you're straight. And I'm just going to split this in half. Okay, and see how like precise these parts are? That's what you want to go for. Alright, I'm going to take some Ecostyler Gel, and I'm going to put that on the perimeter of these, of the little section that I have. Okay, I'm going to brush it so that it is nice and smooth, and getting that product all throughout my hair. Again, the more moisturized, the better it's going to blend. And as you can see, that's giving me nice and good, you know, smoothness. Alright, so now for the hair. Determining how much hair you need is all about how much parting space you have and how big you want your braids. And you kind of have to test it out. I'm thinking that this is going to be a good amount. And what I do is, like I said, it's trial and error. So every time I pull out hair, I just kind of like measure it, like the distance between my finger. And if this is a good amount, then I'll know for all the rest of my braids that I need to have about this amount. Okay. I actually think I'm going to need a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more. This is why you want to make sure you have an adequate amount of braiding hair so that you don't have to, yeah, I think this is good for the size of braids that I want. Yeah, I feel it that this is good. That's why you want to have an adequate amount so you don't have to like try to be stingy with the hair that you're using. So what you're going to do is you're going to take about 1/3 of that hair. So, hold on, I'm looking at it this way. You see, this is the majority. This is about 2/3. This is about 1/3. Okay, you're going to separate it. You're going to take the smaller piece, put it around the bigger piece so that you have a loop like this. Okay? Alright. And now you're going to start to braid. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining to you guys how you want to start off your braid. So you have your hair like we just talked about with the smaller piece flipped over, and you can start off by either lining up the middle piece with the hair and just braiding that way, but there is an easier way if you've never braided before. You're going to want to section the piece of hair into 3 sections like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to line up the braiding hair with each section. You can just simply place it on top of it. And even though it looks like I went under my hair, I actually did go under my hair. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You can do it up to your discretion. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pull the left side behind the hair into the middle and the right side behind the hair into the middle. And that's just how you're going to keep braiding. Don't worry, you'll be able to see it a little bit better once I get down my braid just a little bit more. So as you can see, I have flipped my hands over to make it easier for me to continue to braid down. But you guys should be able to see a little bit better what I mean by taking the right side and bringing it to the middle, and taking the left side and bringing it to the middle. Now what you want to make sure you do, which I'll go over again in the tip section, is don't get too loose. You want to hold your, like, you see how I'm doing? Don't braid like that, trying to get it done too fast. That's just going to make your braids look sloppy. Hold your fingers very close to the braid and braid very close to the ending of the braid, if you understand what I'm saying. But you're just taking the left side and you're bringing it to the middle, taking the right side and bringing it to the middle. Now, whether you take those and go to the front or go to the back determines whether you're braiding overhand or underhanded. Since we started the braid the way that we did, we are braiding underhandedly. And it does take a little bit longer, but that's alright. What I'm showing you here is if you have any tangles, just go ahead and cut them. Nobody has time to be trying to detangle and waste all that time. Just go ahead and cut it off. And again, right side, left side, right side, left side. Okay, so just some info on this hair. This is the Urban Beauty Silky Jumbo Braid hair. It is 99 cents. Almost everywhere I've seen it, it's been 99 cents or like $1.09. So usually it's the cheapest hair. I bought 12 packs, but I only used like 10 and 3/4. I didn't even finish using all of the 11 pack, which is really weird because I usually use all of my hair. I have 2 packs of this blonde color, and then the rest of it is the black. Basically, I think that's all I have to say, like, about as far as like the info or anything you would need to know about recreating this look or braiding this hair. So just some tips. First of all, I would suggest sectioning your hair into 2 sections in the front and a section in the back, and then starting in the front. Usually when I braid my hair, I start in the back, and that's why it takes me so long, because I end up putting way more braids in the back than what I actually need. Like, my hair is it's really full, it's a lot, and since they're so long, like, they are really long. Hold on, I'll stand up so you guys can see. But since the hair is so long, like, like, even though it's thinned out, it's still really thick. So like I said in my tips, I would suggest starting in the front. So I started on this section right here, and I went with 2 braids, then a row of 3 braids, a row of 4 braids, and a row of 5 braids, and then the same thing over here, a row of 2 braids, 3 braids, 4 braids, and 5 braids. And then in the back, I was a lot more like carefree as when it came to braiding my hair in the back, because I already knew that the front had good sections and it was very neat in the front. So the sections in the back I wasn't really too worried about. So I wasn't too concerned. I didn't waste a lot of time trying to part my hair back there or anything like that. So start in the front, because you're not going to be tired when you're just starting out. That means your braids are going to be neater when you're first starting out, and you can focus on sectioning the front of your hair and getting it to look the way that you want it to look. Some other tips that I would suggest, as you can see when I'm braiding, make sure that you keep your hands very close to the end of the braid. Don't try to braid all the way down here really loosely. That's when you're going to get a lot of flyaways and strays. And third tip would just be to take your time. Overall, like, I know, like, you just want to get it done, but if you need to take a break, just take a break. I took hella breaks because I'm just lazy, so I get like really unmotivated quickly. So I took hella breaks. If you need to take a break, just take a break and then come back to it. Give yourself plenty of time to go ahead and finish this, because if it's your first time, you're not gonna fly through it, so don't expect that. And if you mess up, don't be afraid to take it out and start over. Like, at the end of the day, you're promoting yourself. Like, when someone asks you who did your hair, you want to be proud to say, oh, I did this myself. So take pride in your work and just take your time. And yeah, so like I said, I showed you guys how I started it off, very simple, and how I braid, very simple, and I tried to be as detailed as possible. So if you guys have any questions, please just leave them in the comments below. I would love to answer them for you guys. And make sure you guys check out my other videos right here. And until next time, I love you guys. Bye.